Now, I want to knock on wood when I say this, but being that this is the worst drought in 500 years, we are really lucky we haven't seen any fires this year.
But unfortunately, the next day we found a small one.
Okay, well, I'm going to get over the fire. We'll look for a lat long and we'll radio it into flight service.
Okay.
I first want to make sure there's no firefighting activity going on because we could be flying into a hornet's nest.
And it turned into a big one within less than 24 hours. Thanks to help from the flying community and supporters on the Patreon campaign, I was able to get to Northern California with my production team. We packed in a ton of flying, and as many terrestrial adventures as we could. The trip was centered around Jason Miller's Finer Points California Mountain Flying Adventure, and it was awesome. I literally don't know where to start with sharing this awesome content, but it seems the news has made the decision for me. Follow along as we find what became a massive wildfire in its infancy.
Is that snow?
Yes, no, that's snow.
But there should be a lot more than that though, shouldn't there?
Oh, yeah. On a typical California spring,
You should have snowpack.
we'd have snowpack with running rivers and waterfalls and, yeah, it's pretty sad. Like, my biggest concern about this trip is it's not uncommon to come up here and see 3 or 4 different fires burning with attack planes dive bombing each one of them.
Wow, man.
And usually, by mid to late June, there's a fire or two.
Wow.
Now, but come August, this is going to be extremely high fire risk up here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So nothing, you're good, we got no fire. So if there was a fire, we would have visibility issues.
Potentially, depending on how big, and smoke in the cabin can be hard to breathe.
Yeah.
I've tried flying through smoke before, but it really becomes a breathability issue. I mean, all this air is just smoke from pine trees. It smells like cedar, and it hurts your eyes.
Wow.
A huge part of why this production worked so well was because I had Brock and James shooting. James also ran a laptop in the backseat of the airplane for all the flights, live capturing the iPad, so it was really cool. Now, it's worth noting, James has a comically large cranium, and after a few hours in the airplane, he was getting a headache from his headset. But luckily, we've got a pretty awesome sponsor I'm going to be announcing soon, which has amazing headsets, and you're going to have a chance to win one, so I'm happy to be able to share that. Anyway, James was in the back seat, not wearing his headset, and he was all eyes for this leg.
What do we got?
Oh, thank you, a fire. Okay, well, I'm going to get over the fire. We'll look for a lat long, and we'll radio it into flight service.
How you feeling, James? Do you want me to shoot it?
Oh, he can't hear you.
Shoot it? Do you want me to shoot it?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Well, don't get sick.
It's not the nausea, it's the headache from that thing.
Well, then take off your headset. Take off your headset and just do whatever you can do. All right? All right, we'll keep it on your side then, okay?
All right.
So I'm going to go back to maps.
Can't see it from here, though. You're going to need to give me a bit of better perspective.
Roger, man. I'll get it to you.
Okay.
I first want to make sure there's no firefighting activity going on because we could be flying into a hornet's nest. But
Oh, yeah.
I don't see anything.
I don't either.
Do they get up on 121.5, or they got their own air-to-air?
That's the last thing we need. No, we're going to call it on flight service.
Gotcha.
I'm going to put this camera on your side, so is that going to be a problem for you if it's here?
Negative. That's pretty darn close, man, to Tahoe and the whole thing.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the maps, and I'm going to just hold it down on where we are. And you need the lat long?
Yeah, we just need to know, the lat long right here. They'll see the smoke if we can get them in the neighborhood.
I got it.
Yeah, that's a burner. I wonder what would have started it out here on a day. Like, there's been no thunderstorms.
And there's not like a camper out there. That's pretty
Spontaneous, yeah.
If you can believe it, people set these things intentionally.
I don't understand why.
But that's a hike to get there.
Yeah, that's right. Ooh, look at that. You can see it burning.
We
you
got
see the red?
flame, yeah.
Yep, it is burning.
Unfortunately, within a day, that fire had grown to 16,000 acres, which is apparently 25 square miles. The smoke plume that we saw from 65 miles away on the way home was getting up over 20,000 feet. Keep in mind those mountains right below are 12 to 13,000 feet. Jason also explained that the condensation nuclei from the smoke created the associated clouds. He explained that once he was flying towards a smoke plume from downwind, but he thought it was haze. And it wasn't until he smelled the smoke and was having breathing problems that he realized what had happened. So that was an unexpected tidbit from this mountain flying adventure. We captured a ton of amazing footage. It's going to yield like a dozen episodes, but I just wanted to share this one. My heart really goes out to the people in that region. So thanks again to the supporters on Patreon for helping make this possible, and the sponsors have also been awesome. We're currently running monthly contests, and this month it's a $500 prize. So check flightchops.com for details on that, and keep your flight chops sharp.
Reno Radio, Skylane 1713 Charlie on 122.25 Squaw Valley, over.
November 1713 Charlie, Reno Radio.
Yes, sir. We'd like to report a fire that's burning approximately 20 miles to the east-southeast of Alpine County. I have a lat long for you if you guys aren't aware of it.
13 Charlie, go ahead.
Okay, it's 38 degrees, 35 minutes, 88 seconds north, 119 degrees, 44 minutes, 99 seconds west.
November 13 Charlie, again, thanks for that report. And we're showing the South Lake Tahoe altimeter 3015.
Okay, roger that. 1713 Charlie. All right, guys. We did our duty. I hope they can put that one out.